Hello pattern lovers, welcome to OJ Patterns. Today we'll be working on the basic shirt block for female. And then measurements we'll be needing the bust. The bust is 88 cm. We'll need nape to waist. Nape to waist is same thing as neck to waist. So nape to waist is 41. We'll need the arm sky depth or arm side. Arm side depth is 21 cm. Please, all measurements are in centimeter. Next, we'll need the back width. Back width is 34.4 centimeter. Neck size 37 centimeter. And then this, okay, this is measurement for the bodies. Later I would work on the sleeve. Okay, and also shirt length. So for shirt length, we can decide on individual measurements. So we'll make the decision as we go on. Okay, moving on. Get your pattern paper and the necessary tools needed. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is create a margin. So we're going to create a margin from one edge of our pattern paper and then the top line that will help us. Okay, so I'm starting on this side of the pattern paper. So for the top line first, I'm going to mark 6 centimeters downwards. 6 cm downwards, and then I'll square out. Okay, and for the margin, I'll just take in 3 centimeters from the left inwards. 3 centimeters. So you want to mark and then square all the way down. Ensure your line is singly marked, like single mark lines. You don't want to have double lines. You're going to make your work look tacky. Okay. So where the top line and the margin meet will be our 0. 0 to 1 is arm sky depth plus 2.5 cm square across. So we have our 0 where the top line and the margin meet. So the arm sky depth is 21 cm. So it says arm sky depth plus 2.5. So we'll do 21 plus 2.5. That will give us 23.5. So measure 23.5 from 0 downwards. So for the sake of this video, I would be working with a smaller version, but then I'll be using the exact measurement on the textbook. So this is 0.1 at 23.5. So please label your steps so that it can help as you move along. So next point is 0 to 2. 0 to 2 is neck to waist. Neck to waist is same as nape to waist, and our nape to waist measurement here is 41. So 0 to 2, to get 0.2, it says neck to waist, which is 41 square across. So even this 0.1, we need to square it across. So let's quickly do this 0.1. That's 23. We need to square it across. So 0 to 2, point 2 is neck to waist, which is 41 square across. So measure from point 0, 41 cm downwards. So 41 cm downwards and mark. So this would be point 2 square across. Please measure 41 from 0 down. So the reason why I'm using a different measurement is because I'm doing a smaller version for us to see everything in the video once. So here should be 41 cm down. So this is 0.2 square across. Next step is 0 to 3. 0 to 3 is shirt length, so you can use your required measurement. So for the shirt length, let's work with, let's say, okay, you just decide the measurements you want to use. You can decide on your measurement. So I'll just work with 37 cm. So you can work with 80, you can work with 85, you know, or check your measurements and use your length. Square across. So this is 0.3. So 0.3 is skirt length. Okay, moving on. 1 to 4 is half bust plus 9.5. 1 to 4 is half bust. Next, we're trying to get 0.4. So 1 to 4 is going towards the right. So this is 0.1. Half bust. So the bust is 88. Half of 88 is 44. So it says half bust plus 9.5. So we have 44 plus 9.5. That will give us 53.5. So what we're going to measure is from 0.1, measure 53.5 and mark. So here you measure 53.5. So I'm working with smaller measurement. So this is 0.4. So it says square down to 5. So 0.4 will square it down to 5. So whatever measurement I have here, I will bring it down to the side and mark. So the 53.5 will bring it to the end length, which is your shirt length, which is 0.3, and mark same measurement here, and this will be 0.5. Next, you have to connect them with a straight ruler together. So just 4 to 5. So this is 4 and this is 5. Okay, next step. 0 to 6 is 3.5 cm. So the 3.5 is standard. So 0 to 6. So if you check the picture on the side of the screen, you realize that from 0 to 6 is going upwards. So 0 to 6 is 3.5 cm. So from 0 you measure 3.5 cm upwards. So I would use square it out to touch 0.6. So this is 0.6, and 0.6 is 3.5 cm up. It says square across to 7. So what we have here, that's 3.5. You come here, maximum 3.5, and then you connect. So where we would mark at 7, we'll bring this 0.4 line upwards. So what we're going to do is square up this line from 0.4. So where it touches up here is 0.7. So this is our 0.7. Don't forget 3.5 up, we square it out, and then where the line touches is 7. Where both lines meet is 0.7. Moving on, 6 to 8 is 1/5 neck size. So we have our 0.6. Next, we're trying to get 0.8. 6 to 8 is 1/5 neck size. So we'll do neck measurements divided by 5. So the neck size here is 37. So what we'll do is 37 divided by 5 will give us 7.4. 7.4, and it says 1/5 neck size plus 0.2 cm. So we have 7.4 plus 0.2 cm, that will be 7.6. So 6 to 8 is 7.6. So you have to measure 7.6 from 6 along this line. You have to measure 7.6. You have to measure 7.6, and this would be 0.8. Okay. Square down to 9. So square it down to 9. So whatever measurements we have here, we'll square it down here. Square it down to 9. That's 9 will be on that 0.0 line. So this will be 9. So this is 9. Next, 0 to 10 is 1/3 measurement 0 to 9. 0 to 10 is 1/3 measurement 0 to 9. So you just measure where you have 0 to 9. Don't forget, the fact that we squared it down, we have to have the exact measurement that we have here, which is 7.6. So we divide this measurement by 3. That's the 7.6 by 3, and you mark it. That will be 0.10. So 0 to 10 will be 2.53. So from 0 we measure 2.53 and mark. So this is 0.10. So don't forget, 0 to 10, 1/3 measurement 0 to 9. That's 7. The 7.6 you divide it by 3 and then mark. So draw neck curve from 8 to 10. So we have to connect 8 to 10 with our curve. So you connect 8 to 10 with curve. You want to ensure it sits right. Okay. Moving on. 6 to 11. So 6, look for where we have our points. This is 6. 6 to 11 is 1/5 arm sky depth minus 0.5. 6 to 11 is 1/5 arm sky depth. So our arm sky divided by 5 is 4.2. It says minus 0.5. So 4.2 minus 0.5 will give us 3.7. So we'll measure from 6, 3.7 downwards. So measure 3.7 downwards from. So it will be very close to 0. It's going to be very close to 0. We check it. It will be very close. So I'll just use a red pen here. And this will be our point 11. So it says 6 to 11 is 1/5 arm sky depth minus 0.5. So we have 1/5, that's arm sky divided by 5 will give us 4.2 minus 0.5, that's 3.7. Square out. So that's what we're doing. We've marked it. All we need to do is square it out. So square it out. So just for me to be sure, you can use your set square or I said earlier, it's going to be very close to 0. That's why I'm using the red pen so that we can tell the difference between both lines. Okay, so squared out already. 0 to 12 is 1/5 the measurement 0 to 1. 0 to 12 is 1/5 the measurement 0 to 1. So what we want to do is check what we have 0 to 1. As 0 to 1 is 23.5. So we'll divide. So you measure what you have, 23.5 divided by 5. Let me repeat that again. 0 to 12. Now I'm trying to get 0.12. So 0 to 12 is 1/5 the measurement 0 to 1. So measure what we have 0 to 1. And our 0 to 1 is 23.5. So we'll divide it by 5. So 23.5 divided by 5. So that will be 4.7. That's what the measurement is, 4.7 plus 1 cm. That's 5.7. So what we're going to measure is 5.7 from 0 downwards. So 0.0, replace your tape there, measure 5.7 down and mark. So this will be our 12. And it says square halfway across. So you have to square halfway across. Square halfway across. Okay. Moving on. So this is like halfway across the block. So your squared outline should just be like halfway across your full block. Okay, moving on. 1 to 13 is half back width plus 2.5 cm. 1 to 13 is half back width plus 2.5 cm. So we have our half back width. Our back width is 34.4. We divide it by 2. That will give us 17.2 cm plus 2.5 cm. That's 19.7. So that means from point 1, we'll measure 19.7 to the right along this line. So this is our point 1. Measure 19.7. So this is 13. So this is point 13. That's 19.7. Moving on. So it says square up to 14 and 15. So these are 13. We'll square it up to 14 and 15. So 14 will be on the line of 12, and then 15 will be on the line of 11. That's the red mark. So bring same measurement up there. That's our 19.7 is what we are moving with. Same 19.7. Down, square it up. Okay, so we have 14 here. That's at point 20, and then 15 here on the red mark. So you should even stop on the red mark. So this is 15. So we have 14 and 15. Okay. Next, moving on. 15 to 16 is 1.25. 15 to 16 is 1.25 to the right. So from 15, which is on that point 11 line, that's the red mark here, we would measure 1.25 outwards to right, towards our right. So this is point 16. Okay, join 8 to 16. So join 8 to 16. So connect 8 to 16 together. Okay, that's 8, that's 16 connected. Next step, 14 to 17 is half the measurement 12 to 14 minus 1.5. This is 14 to 17 is half the measurement 12 to 14 minus 1.5. So you measure what you have from 12 to 14 minus 1.5. We're trying to get to 17. So whatever measurement you have, 12 to 14, you divide it by 2 and then minus 1.5, and then you measure from 14 backward. So 12 to 14 is 19.7 divided by 2. That would give us 9.85 minus 1.5 as stated. Minus 1.5 will give us 8.35. So we are measuring from 14 backwards, 8.35. So this is it, and this would be our 17. That will be our 17, and then we'll connect. So before connecting, then next is 14 to 18. So 14 to 18 is 0.5. So we'll measure 0.5 from 14 downwards. 14 to 18 is 0.5, 0.5. So this is 0.18. 14 to 18 is 0.5 cm downwards. So join 17 and 18 with a slight curve. So we'll join 17 and 18 with a slight curve. So you want to place it very well. We're joining the 18, that's 0.5 we mark down from 17. From 14, we'll connect it to 17. So place it very well. Okay, so I use the red pen so it can pop out. Next step, 7 to 19 is 5 cm. 7 to 19 is 5 cm. So that's like we're moving towards the front. So I'm gonna flip this so we can see it properly. So 7 to 19 is 5 cm. So this is 0.7. So measure 5 cm downwards for 0.19. So this is 19 and it says square across. So you measure the same 5 cm and then connect. Connect and finish line. Okay, so we have 19. 19 to 20 is 1/5 neck size minus 0.6. So the neck measurement divided by 5 minus 0.6. Our neck size is 37. 37 divided by 5 will give us 9.25. 9.25 minus 0.6 will give us 8.65. So from 19, we'll measure 8.65 along this line. So from 19, we'll measure 8.65 along this line and mark. And this would be 20. Next, 19 to 21 is 1/5 neck size minus 1.6 cm. So neck measurement, which is 37 divided by 5 will give us 9.25 minus 1.6 cm will give us 7.65. So we'll measure from 19 downwards 7.65. And that's 21. So draw neck curve from 20 to 21. So connect 20 to 21 with our curve. Ensure you place your curve very well so it sits. Good. Moving on, 19 to 22 is 1/5 arm sky depth plus 0.5. 19 to 22, 1/5 arm sky depth plus 0.5. So the arm sky depth is 21 cm. 21 cm divided by 5 will give us 4.2 plus 0.5, that's 4.7. So 19 to 22 is 4.7 downwards. So this is it. 19, measure 4.7 down. Measure 4.7 down. So this is 22. So if you guys even get closer to this because of the measurement, yes, it works. So that's 22. 22. So we'll square it out. Whatever measurement we have, that's the 4.7, square it out. Let me use a red pen here. So 20 to 23. Okay, 20 to 23 is the measurement 8 to 16. So you measure what you have from 8 to 16. Measure whatever you have 8 to 16. 20 to 23 is the measurement 8 to 16. Whatever measurement you have, you bring it here from point 20. Whatever the measurement you have, make sure it touches the line squared out from 22. So make sure it touches the line squared out from 22 and mark. Connect them together. And this is 23. Okay, moving on. 21 to 24. 21 to 24 is half the measurement 4 to 21 plus 1 cm square across. So half the measurement 4 to 21. So check what we have 4 to 21. So half the measurement 4 to 21 square across, that's the midpoint. So just measure 21 to 4 and get the midpoint. Whatever measurement you have, it's called 25 and it says square across. Sorry, 24. It's 24. Have the measurement 4 to 21 plus 1 cm. Yes, please. 4 to 25. 4 to 25 is half the measurement 4 to 21 plus 1 cm. So whatever measurement you have, divided by 2 and then you add 1 cm to it. So it will come up slightly from the down. From 4 to come up slightly. Okay, and say square out. Okay, next, 4 to 25 is the measurement 1 to 3 minus 0.2. So 4 to 25 is the measurement 1 to 13, sorry. 4 to 25 is the measurement 1 to 13 minus 0.2. So you measure what you have 1 to 13 minus 0.2. So that measurement you have minus 0.2. So you measure what you have 1 to 13 minus 0.2 and you bring it here from 4. So this will be 25. This is 25. Square up to 26. So 26 would be here, where 24 comes out from. So to touch this on finish line. So this will be 26. Okay, next step. 25 to 27. 25 is have the measurement 13 to 25. 25 to 27 is half the measurement 13 to 25. So we'd measure what we have here to here, 13 to 25, and then get the midpoint. And this would be 27. Okay. Next, it says square down to 28 and 29. So I'll just move this up a bit. I'll square down the measurement. So 27, and here will be 28, and down here will be 29. So we have 27, 28, 29 in a straight line. Okay, next step. So we're gonna draw the arm sky as shown in the diagram. So touching point 16, 18, this is 16, this is 18. Touching point 16, 18, 27, 26, 23. And to touch point 2.75 from 13 and 2.5 from 25. So from 13, we'll come out on angle 45 degree, 2.75, and 2.5 from angle 25, from angle 45 degree on 25. So this, what we want to do first is get our angle 45 degrees out. So it says on 13, 2.75 out. On 13, measure 2.7 and along the angle 45 degree mark out. Okay, and then on 25, 2.25. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. Now we are connecting. Just do it in bits. So the first thing I want to connect is 16 to 18 first. I want to place it in a way that it sits right. Okay. And then next, we're connecting. So whatever you're connecting, make sure it blends perfectly, because you don't want it coming out of proportion. So I'm gonna flip so it's touching my angle 45 measurement. Okay. Next, I'll connect this. So okay, and then connect. So you keep turning till it sits. So this is the armhole part. Alright, let's move on. Next step, 21 to 30. 21 to 30 is 1.5 cm for button stand square down. So 21, from 21 we'll measure 1.5 cm square down. So this is 21. We measure 1.5 from 21. Square it down. It's great to touch the shirt length. So that's 0.30. So that's 30. That's 1.5 we marked out. Okay, 30 to 31 is 3.5 cm for facing. So from 30 we'll measure 3.5. From 30 now. From here we'll measure 3.5 to the right. That's 31, and then we'll square it down. So the 3.5 and then connect. Square it down to the shirt length. That's what we have. Okay, next to shape the neckline. So for us to shape this, all we need to do is go to this is the fold line, so that we don't mix it up. And this is our center front. So on the fold line, so I'm gonna fold, that's 1.30 line. I'll fold it towards the back so that we can use our tracing wheel to follow the neck curve, so that the facing part of this, that's our 0.31, can have the necessary curve in it. Okay, so on 30 I would trace the curve. So this way, after tracing, if I open up, you see it flows with the curve of the neckline. So if we're done with if we had marked it with the ruler now, it won't sit by the time we're sewing. So that's the essence of this curve. Now all I need to do is just trace it out, following the curve that we already have. Okay, so we're done with it. That's it. Okay, next step is 12 to 32. That's the center back line. 12 to 32 is 2 cm for back plate. So from point 12, we'll mark back 2 cm for the back plate, and this will be 32. Square down. So I'll come here, mark same 2 cm, and then connect. So this would be the center back fold. So this is it on our basic shirt block. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a heart in the comment section. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. Thank you. See you in our next video. Bye.